Everybody, this is a first for me in my life. I'm riding in a little golf buggy.
Not so little.
It's
Not
it's
so
kind
little.
of...
It's a four-seater.
It's interesting. I've never done this before in my life. I think my brain is enjoying this part. So we've got Kate in the back as well.
Hello.
And yeah, we're having a good time. See you later. Good evening. Day 25, Enhancing My Language Brain blog. And today, been at the EdU conference all day, very much enjoying the speakers. In fact, this morning I learned quite a lot from Tim Bowen, who was giving us some origins of English words and words that have changed and the meanings that have changed and euphemisms and eponyms, which was a new word for me. So I've been learning today. My brain has been stretching into new. And now this evening we will be having a get-together, a little party. So I'm going to be interviewing a few people around this evening to see their impressions about language and the brain, and also to see what they thought about my talk about the brain earlier today. So watch this space. So let me introduce you to these wonderful ladies. All of you from Belarus, yeah? No, where are you from?
Switzerland.
Switzerland, yes. And
Belarus.
Belarus?
Minsk, Belarus.
Belarus, right. So I'm curious about these ladies and their brains. So what have you learned today about your brains?
That our brain can be always challenged with something new.
Yeah.
And the brain should find its own way.
Yes.
And will always find the most comfortable way to learn, the most...
To leave something for
Oh,
us.
sorry.
Right.
We need, we need to have the right hormones in our release so that we
the
can
right
live.
chemicals, dopamine. Yes, absolutely. So the right mood and
And we need to be positive to be productive.
absolutely
Positive and friendly with our minds.
Yes, absolutely. And for your learners, what do you think now you're going to be doing with brains?
Actually, the first thing, which is absolutely, which is a must, is not to impose on their brains, to make
Right.
them feel comfortable in
Yeah.
our environment,
Absolutely.
so that they can relax and start
Absolutely. Yes.
thinking productively.
Yeah.
Coach them
So
rather than
perfect
teach them.
learn state. Yes, so it's going to be a language paradise evening again. Buonasera. And we're now with Giovanni Rotura,
Buonasera.
who is the organizer of the EdUFest. So Giovanni, you've
Yeah.
organized this.
Yes, I did.
And thank you so much for inviting me here.
It has been a pleasure. Thank you for coming.
It's
Thank you for
fantastic,
coming.
it really is. And what's your reason for doing this?
EdUFest, the reason is like what we are doing right now is to sharing the opportunity to know each other among people. So if the idea of EdUFest is an idea that would want to connect people,
Yeah.
you know? In fact, our motto is the joy of learning.
Yes.
In an environment that is formal for the professional aspect of the organization and for the kind of presenters that we invite
Yes.
to attend this. But at the same time, in a family environment, in a warm environment, where people they can relax and talk with other teachers and get to know each other
Yeah.
without all the stress to be too formal other things. And the reason is not just to become friends on Facebook, but the opportunity may be to come up with the new ideas, the project that they can share
Yes.
among themselves with their students, schools,
Yeah.
etc., etc.
Fantastic. And you've brought people from Belarus,
Yes,
Tunisia,
the strength,
Turkey,
my strength
US.
is my international network that
Yeah.
has been built in the last 14 years.
Wow.
The network is 25,000 people all
Wow.
around the world.
25,000 people around the world.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this gives us the opportunity every month with the newsletter, other
Yeah.
kind of social media to keep them informed on what we
Right.
do.
Yeah.
EdUFest we want to find a space, in some
Yes.
space in this educational industry,
Fantastic.
and to be accredited in the future for what we are looking for.
Wow. And after today's talk about the brain, what do you think?
About your presentation, it was quite exciting because at the beginning I am not
Exciting.
quite keen sometimes on presentation that they go through philosophy, mechanism of the
Yeah.
brain, etc.
Yeah.
But how you were structuring all this, the opportunity to, how you say, canalize each information on the right direction
Yeah.
was making this understandable,
Yes.
even from me that I was not born an academic person.
Yeah.
And this was giving me a very good feeling.
Yeah.
At the same time, together with the good feedback that I have had from the teacher, that as you know,
good
I know all of
feedback.
them.
Yes.
So I will
Wow.
hope that you will join us again
I'd
for
love
other
to.
projects,
I'd love
and not
to.
just for EdYouFest.
I'd love to. And honestly, Giovanni, this is where we are now today. We need to understand the brain in simple terms.
Exactly.
We
exactly.
need to help the learners to understand their brain
Exactly.
in simple terms.
And this become another tool for the teachers.
Absolutely.
Another support for him or her
Absolutely.
to help the student
Yeah. Yeah.
to grow properly.
Ti voglio bene.
Grazie mille. I am very lucky. Ciao.